Hey, hello fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We are doing a full moon lunar eclipse reading. So, made myself a little cheat sheet of notes here about the eclipse. We've had some really interesting readings in the dailies, and I thought that we could benefit from some more detailed information for our signs. So I invite you to watch all of your elements. So if your sun is a fire sign, if your moon is a water sign, if your rising is an air sign, watch them all so you get the full benefit of what's going on energetically for you in the atmosphere of the eclipse. So in particular, the main or the major influencing energy is the moon squaring Uranus. So some of the things that we're going to, or we may, not going to, but may experience would be rapid mood swings and changes, impulsive reactions, feeling jumpy. Our sense of focus could be compromised, and we could feel rebellious to other people's suggestions, suggestions for commitments. As if someone presumes too much for us and we immediately dig our heels in and resist. We could be easily distracted, potentially feeling unsettled and an anticipatory energy, but nowhere to necessarily focus it. It's a time to, or it's an opportunity to take our slow consideration with decisions rather than being impulsive, because we could create negative effects for ourselves for short-term enjoyment. However, I know that's a lot of challenging information there, but this eclipse brings change or opportunity within change, and it settles out some anxieties and some uncertainty for us as well. So we're best to be in a position of allowing adaptability, demonstrating some self-control, and remaining quite open-minded. The other thing that's happening in this eclipse is that Mercury is squaring Uranus, and so a lot of the same potential challenges exist in that square. So there could be a nervous tension, unsettled feelings, unexpected forces change plans for us. The rhythm and the tempo of our life, it increases, and we may feel as though we have to catch up with something, or we're behind in some way. And this is also a time when Mercury, the communication planet, squares Uranus. There is communication mishaps through speaking, writing, texting, emailing. So watch what you put down on paper and reread the texts before you send them. Let's just say that. The benefits, though, of Mercury squaring Uranus, we have really an amplified ability to see a variety of different perspectives. It's almost like we're looking through a prism and we're having breakthroughs as we gaze into that rainbow of spectrum. So also chance encounters. Ponder the spontaneous opportunities before you just jump right into them like the Fool card would. Keep a flexible, open mind. Some of these spontaneous opportunities are quite short-lived and may end up costing you something that you were really unwilling to spend, whether that's energy, finances, whatever. Just consider it. Keep an open mind, and perhaps consider delaying a decision. If someone is breathing down your neck for a decision, it's really fair to say, I really need to contemplate this before I make a commitment. And what's nice is your rebellious spirit will fire up anyway, so you'll probably resist it anyhow, which in the long run will serve you. So I'm going to do a little bit of that intro for every single one of these readings, so feel free to fast forward it if you're going to watch some of the other videos. Okay, so the theme of the eclipse for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You had 2 cards fall out. Let's see what you got. First one, ooh, Ace of Cups. A gift and offering from the universe. This is such a beautiful card, but it's offering love, new love, expanding love within an existing relationship. Fresh starts, of course, new beginnings, and it's a spark of the divine really igniting within you, within us. It's our life force amplifying, which is wonderful and amazing. Its literal meaning is a gift arrives. There's great fertility on this card, so if that's important to you at this time in terms of conceiving a child, go for it. It's about falling in love, a new partner, or falling deeper in love with your existing partner. Your career, how you are of service, everything improves when this card is turned over. There's kindness, there's simple joy and appreciation. So let's see what the gift is that the ace is bringing. I can already tell because I know this card so well now from speaking out. We have the lovers. Beautiful. You know, this indicates a choice. However, my guides are telling me right now that not to pull choice cards for this. They're telling me that the lovers will be much more explained in the body of the reading. So I'm going to listen to that. Typically, I pick a card to the left that indicates how we typically choose when making decisions, and then a card to the right, which is our heart's desire, which is the meaning of that card, follow your heart. So I'm in harmony with what my guides are saying because the Ace of Cups is there. So we're being offered beautiful love from the divine. We are shining it on our own selves. There's integration of divine masculine, divine feminine within us at this time. And there is expansion within our love connections. So that's just beautiful. What a beautiful gift. Now this eclipse is happening in the first, I think I read the 1st degree of Leo. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't really know what that means. And all of you who are so wonderful at leaving your comments, I know you have strengths in numerology and astrology. Feel free to share in the comments and enlighten us to what that means. Okay, let's get to the body of the reading. I have asked that the top row be what we are eclipsing in. What are we bringing in on this eclipse? And the bottom row be what we are eclipsing out. What are we letting go of? So, our first card. Ooh, the Empress. Aren't we lucky? Ooh, there's more fertility there. There's gestation too. So we're incubating on some creative ideas, some thoughts, considerations. We're also incubating on these relationships over here too. I like that. That's keeping things fresh, curious, and discoverable. That's what I feel here. She's Venus in Earth energy. She's abundance, generosity, the mother of the tarot. She's Mother Nature even. She's considered a love goddess because of her Venus influence too. But her message is to go with the flow while simultaneously staying connected to your roots, which is excellent advice for the impulsiveness of the Mercury-Uranus square and the eclipse itself. So, yeah. Go with the flow, stay connected to your roots. Stay connected. By staying connected to your roots, that to me really says stay grounded and stay in alignment, allowing in harmony with your dreams. Those are the consistent energies. Now the eclipse is going to shake things up and has been shaking things up already for so many of you. We're seeing it in the daily readings. I'm definitely feeling it myself. One of the major experiences that has come out of these shifting energies is the communication mishaps that are mentioned at the beginning of this reading, whether it's through conversation, direct one-on-one conversation, or through text, through whatever venue you're using to communicate with people. That is a big one that's come out so far. So we're not all the way through this, so I think it's really sound advice to stay grounded. I myself have had several communication mishaps this week, and I truly wish I could have a redo on at least 2 of them. My intention is, kindness, compassion, and then sometimes my mouth just runs away with me. All right. I know you can all relate. So the next thing we're eclipsing in, look at this, the star. She's been in every reading this week, I believe. Her message is to keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep your eye on exactly what it is you are desiring to create for yourself, because even though these energies are somewhat chaotic and they're shaking things up, they're also providing breakthroughs and lots of experiences for change. At the same time, though, while we're having a breakthrough, while things are shifting and changing, the message of these 2 cards is all about staying connected to your inner truth, your integrity, your authenticity, the heart space that you've been holding and maintaining for everything that is now for you and everything that you are dreaming into the oncoming for you. So the message is to keep doing that and allow the universe to bring you the surprise, the delight, all the things that you are excitedly anticipating through this eclipse. So the shakeup could have us seeking solace in ways that we have not considered before. Whatever that is for you, but it could also create, in the spontaneity of it, it could create another hurdle. So just be mindful. Just be very thoughtful about your choices and your ultimate decisions around those choices. Make sure that they remain in harmony with all the things you're incubating on now and all the things that are already present for you. Let's see what's next. Look at that. 2 of Cups and the Lovers. I think that's the second time that's happened this week. So this is a big deal. Fire signs, relationships are really in consideration at this time. Family, friend, and beloved. For sure it's about beloved, because we've got the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the 2 of Cups. Now, those of you who are not currently interested in a relationship, beloved relationship message, this may fall for you somewhere with your family and your friends, or it will fall for you in how you are of service in your career, your work. So everything that has been said so far can apply exactly to all of those other scenarios as well. 2 of Cups has an eclipse on it. It's kind of a big deal. Let's see what we are processing out, fire signs. Look at this, 9 of Swords. Will at long last, hallelujah. Mental anguish that keeps us awake in the middle of the night. This is an interesting card. There's so much to be said for it. 9 is a very spiritual number. 9 is quite near completion in tarot. It's not quite a 10, but almost there. So we have the Empress helping us over that last hurdle. We also have the Empress bringing her love, her compassion, kindness, generosity to things that may have caused us mental anguish. I feel this specifically in relationships. It's the one thing that we toil over in our minds so much, most especially when we've had communication mishaps. Oh, I wish I had said this instead. I wish I had explained myself better. I'm in that category right now. I wish I had expressed myself so much better. And I have found myself at times having these 9 of Swords moments, redoing, and do my very, very best to adopt, the Empress attitude, the keep the faith attitude. So anyway, the 9 of Swords, though, is a tough card in that it will keep us awake in the middle of the night. The beauty of this card is that if we just drop our hands and we look, we have the universe here on her blanket. These could be seen as clouds. This could be seen as water, emotions. My feeling here is that there's a transition happening on this card, and if we could just tear our hands away from our face and stop lamenting the things that have already come to pass that we cannot change, and trust the divine flow, which is her message. Go with the flow, but stay connected to your roots. So in terms of eclipsing this out, this energy is going to last approximately 6 months. That seems to be the lifespan of most eclipses and the energies that they bring in or help us move out. So over the next 6 months, this shows us doing our inner work to stop landing here. So a lot of the messages this week in the daily readings have been about expressing ourselves from our heart space. For some of us, that's gone really well. And for some of us, not as well as we had hoped. So anyway, what this card is here for is to tell us that there is an improvement. And you know, the Ace of Cups being here tells you that this is also a divine gift for us, that we're going to get way better at how we communicate. So no joke about having Mercury squaring Uranus here. We're definitely feeling the effects of that, but there's improvement on the other side of this eclipse for it, and yay, us. Next card, eclipsing out. Perfect. 7 of Cups. Sevens. I love sevens in tarot because their message is heaven touching earth, which is so beautiful, and that happens in our heart space. We are that. We are heaven touching earth. Our spirit, our divine force, the spark of the divine, ouch, within us. Here it is in the sevens in tarot. The 7 of Cups is what I call the spoiled for choice card, and it finds us in a bit of chaos and confusion, likely because of this 9 of Swords, and unable to discern or make a choice. But we have the Faith card here. We have the star right above it, so we're going to engage our inner strength. We're going to engage our inner strength. Discernment, decision making, going with the flow becomes a whole lot more serene and easy and peaceful for us. That's excellent. Next thing. Ooh. Page of Pentacles. My guides want me to say your time of so-called waiting is over. So we've seen the pages quite a lot over the past 6 months, 7 months, and their message is everything has its own right season, and what I'm feeling here is the season is now. So this time where we have felt like there's been a foot on the brake or a delay, or I do not like to use the word waiting because that to me really just means we're not doing anything. It's kind of like trying. Trying's not really doing anything. It's just trying. Trying's not doing. Or being even. So at least being is doing. But what I feel here is the waiting part, which is I'm shifting the energy of that again to allowing. So being in harmony with allowing, being in alignment with the divine energies that desire to support us and help us reach our highest and greatest outcomes. This is what's upon us. So we're eclipsing out this energy that, you know, there's been a delay or a pause or the waiting. The wait is over. Isn't there a song called that? Isn't that a Tom Petty song? Anyway, that's excellent news right underneath the 2 of Cups, because some of us have been really cautious when it comes to relationships, and all relationships, family, friends, and beloveds. There's been quite a lot of upsets in relationship over the past 6 months as well, on all fronts. Many of you have eclipsed friendships out of your life, but that's also made room for new people, so there's the benefit of that. And we've had a ton of messages through the summer, early fall, about how we've been cautious about opening up ourselves to beloved relationship once again, even though we prayed for it, and then it started to come into our lives, and we were like, what? Wait, no, I'm not ready. Yes, I'm ready, but I prayed for that. No. Yeah, we were doing a whole bunch of that. So then we're also griping about the fact that, you know, oh, there's such a delay. There's such a delay. Why is there this delay? Why is my person not here? And then we'd see the pages, or the Page of Cups in particular, or the Knight of Cups, or the King. I'm sorry, I'm saying cups, but I mean pentacles. So we'd see this and we would feel the delay in the cards and be upset about that, not recognizing we ourselves were in resistance. And so what I'm feeling here is within the fire signs, the resistance, we're letting it go. We're actually going to allow it to come in. We're saying yes. And that's so beautiful. Well, there you have it, fire signs. There's your full moon, lunar eclipse in Leo reading for, depending on what coast you're on in the United States, it's happening at 9:16 in the evening on the 20th of January. Yeah, on the West Coast. Then the East Coast is at 12:16 a.m. on the 21st. And I've also been told it's going to be visible. So, hey, if you're up, go outside, get on your roof, check it out. Or stand in your driveway. Wherever you can see it, try to see it, be a part of it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, watch the others that relate to your moon rising and Venus signs, wherever they fall in your chart, and see the full spectrum of what's happening for you with this eclipse. Bye for now, everyone.